Okay, good morning, students. Today in strategic management, we are going to deal the topic that is known as what? Corporate social responsibility. Okay, today we are going to deal the corporate social responsibility. So let us talk about the corporate social responsibility. That what does corporate social responsibility means? If we talk about the corporate social responsibility, then it is concerned with the ways in which an organization exceeds the minimum obligations to stakeholders specified through regulation and corporate governance. Okay, so this is what the basic definition of corporate social responsibility. In this, whatever the corporate sectors, whatever the companies or organizations which are there in the market, which are there in the fields, their basic their one of their responsibilities, or we can say that it is a meager or minimum, a very minimum kind of obligations, a kind of binding which is being given to the companies or the organizations by the regulation of Indian government or any government, that they have to do some betterment for the society, for the community, in terms of the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders of the organization? They have to do things related to the betterment of the stakeholders. So within this broad ethical stance, corporate social responsibility is concerned with the ways in which an organization exceeds the minimum obligations to stakeholders specified through regulation and corporate governance. Okay, this includes considerations as to how the conflicting demands of different stakeholders will be reconciled. As here we are going to look upon that how we are going to reconcile, how we are going to satisfy the different types of needs and demands of various types of stakeholders. Okay, so in this basically the stakeholders, there are various types of stakeholders related to the company, like customers. Internal stakeholders are the external stakeholders are the customers, as well as we can find out the banking institutions, financial institutions, as well as we can find out the employees, also the internal stakeholders. They do have the stakeholding opportunities. They do have the we can say that they do have a kind of responsibility, as well as they do have a kind of a stake in the organizations. There's those known as stakeholders. So the company should have a minimum obligation towards these stakeholders. Therefore, the corporate social responsibility policy of companies will be particularly important to those community stakeholders, as well as the term that is known as community stakeholders. Community stakeholders are those, for example, where a place, a location where a company is being settled. Okay, so the responsibility of that company, because the company is being settled at a particular place, okay, at a particular geographical location, and the people who are living there, the people who are living here, say from the very last years, from the very since 100 years, or they are the we can say that they are the landlords of those lands at that place. When a company is being developed, then it is the responsibility of that company to look upon the welfare activities of those neighboring people who lives there, so that their betterment would be done, and those would be done on various aspects would be there. On those various aspects, they are going to do the various activities. Okay, they are okay, this can take several forms, ranging from social audit undertaken by independent external bodies through aspects of the social agenda that are now mandatory in company reporting. That today it is very much mandatory in social auditing. This comes under the social audit part, that, and it is very much mandatory that each and every organization should have to show in the social audit that what they have did to the neighboring who are there in the, or who what they have did for the community, for the community stakeholders. Okay, so indeed it has been act as corporate responsibility, which will help in triggering the effects, or which can help in looking upon the aspects of the people who are living there. Okay, so let us know about what are those responsibilities which is being done by most of the organizations? Let us talk about those responsibilities which has been held by the company, and what kind of responsibilities they are going to deal to those employees, to the stakeholders. It has been studied under two heads, that is internal stakeholders, social responsibilities to the internal stakeholders, and external stakeholders. In the internal stakeholders or the internal aspects, let us first study about the aspects which has been covered under the internal stakeholders. Okay, that is what the first one is, the employee welfare. Exactly, the employees who are working in the organization, or the daily wages workers who come in the organization for doing work for the organization. So they do also have a lot of company do have a lot of responsibility towards their welfare activities, because employees are the hands of the organization, and not only giving them the wages or salary is the only thing which the company should have to give to them. They also have to provide various kinds of employee welfare schemes. Let us talk about those schemes. What are those? For example, they have to provide medical care. Okay, the utmost medical care would be provided to all the employees who works under the organization. Okay, they give assistance with housing finance. Companies, they also have to give assistance to housing finance. They extend sick leave. Exactly, the sick leaves, if the employees is sick, then on that case the company should not have to remove the employee. They have to give them the sick leave, on the basis of which they can recover themselves, and then again after recovering their health they can come and join the company. As well as assistance for dependents. Exactly, when there are various types of assistance for the dependents. For example, if unfortunately any of the employees or workers who work in the company, say for the last 10-20 years, then what is being done, that if unfortunately dies, he or she dies, then it is the responsibility under the employee welfare scheme, it is the responsibility of the entire organization to provide job or to provide some kind of money to the dependents of that particular family member, of that particular employee's family member, so that they can survive their livelihood. So these are the important aspects, or we can say that activities which comes under the employee welfare, under the corporate social responsibilities. The other one is the working condition. Okay, the other one is what? Working condition. Exactly, working condition is also a very important aspect. In this, job security would be provided to them. Enhancing in the working condition, the very first is what? Job security. That the company should have to give them job security, so that the employees would feel at most motivated and feel secure. The other one is what? Enhancing working surroundings. Exactly, wherever the employees work, company have to provide a good a good working surroundings. It means that the place where they work, there should be all facilities, like say ventilations, AREs, as well as there should be proper lightings, there should be proper gadgets with the help of which they can work. Okay, as well as social and sporting clubs. They also most of the organizations may also make sporting as well as social clubs, that the employees who work in the organization, they can refresh themselves on those sporting clubs and social clubs. Okay, above minimum safety standards, that all the minimum safety standards, kits and safety standards trainings would be provided to the employees, so that they can safely work in the manufacturing units. As well as training and development, at various regular intervals of time, training and development would be done for the employees, for the staffs, for the workers who are there in the organization, so that they can train and develop themselves, on the basis of which they can enhance their working conditions. Okay, so this is the next aspects under the corporate social responsibility. The third aspect is job design. Okay, job design is also a very important aspect which comes under the corporate social responsibility of internal aspects. Okay, that is designing jobs to the increased satisfaction of workers rather than just for economic efficiency. Exactly, they have to design, the company should have to design the job in such a way that the employee can feel increased satisfaction rather than just on the basis of increasing economic efficiency. It means that the company should not have to think only for the development, only for the economic aspects, only for getting economies from the employees. Employees are human beings, so they have to design the job in such a way that employee can work under such working conditions on which they can balance their work life and both work and life. Employees can easily balance themselves with the work and with the life. That is known as what? Job design. Okay, in the job design it has been designed that earlier in the manufacturing units it has been designed that 8 hours for, earlier it has been designed that 8 hours for work, 8 hours for family, and 8 hours for yourself. Okay, for your own health, for your own refreshment. So this is what the balancing of the time of a worker, on the basis of which they can balance themselves. Just like that, the company should have to design the job in such a way so that they can look upon their families also. It means that the job would start at around say 9 a.m. okay, or 10 a.m. and from there the employee should have to work till 1 p.m. and in between they will get a break of say half an hour or 15 minutes on which they can refresh themselves. They can take snacks or tea or coffee, and after that at 1 p.m. they can just get the time for the lunch on which they can refresh themselves while taking the fooding part. Okay, and from 2 or 2:30 p.m. Again they have to start their work activities or job activities, and after that they end till 5 p.m. After 5 p.m. they are free to move to their homes. Okay, so this is what a kind of job design which should be designed by the companies, which is a part of corporate social responsibility, on the basis of which they can just provide themselves satisfactions. Okay, this is what internal aspects. And the fourth important internal aspect is what? Intellectual property. Okay, this is what? Respecting the private knowledge of individuals and not claiming corporate ownership. It means that the employees the employees who are working in the organizations, as well as all those persons, all those external staffs also who works in the organization, if they provide some kind of private knowledge or their expertise to the company, then the company should have to recognize, should have to respect their skills, they respect their concepts in the organization, and they do not have to claim that this is the company's, the ownership, the owner would not have to claim that this is their own managerial skills or the practical skills which is being developed by the company. So this is also a very important aspect that comes in the internal aspects, which is a part of corporate social responsibility. Okay, now let us talk about the external aspects of corporate social responsibility. In this external aspect of corporate social responsibility, the very first is related to the environmental issues. Exactly, environmental issues related to reducing pollution to below legal standards if competitors are not doing so, and energy conservations. These are what the important environmental issues which comes in the part of corporate social responsibility, that a company should have to look upon the legal standards, that on what legal standards they have to deal with the environmental pollutions. Okay, and they have to reduce the pollutions while looking upon these legal aspects of environmental issues. Okay, whether that should be the water pollution, whether that should be the air pollution, whether that should be the sound pollution, any kind of pollution which is being created, that should be reduced while looking upon these environmental issues. The other one is the products. Products means dangers arising from the careless use of products by customers. It means that the company should have to train, should have to remark, should have to write down on the labels part as well as on various places as well as the instructions of the product manuals, that how the customers are going to use the products, how they are going to, so that the product will provide them the utmost benefits as well as the product that are not going to harm themselves, how carefully they are going to keep the products. Okay, in most of the products like chemical products, we can find that it should be written on the packets or on the labels of the products that preserve these chemicals at cool place, at cool and dry place. It should be written in most of the products labels. So this is a kind of instructions, manuals which should be given to the customers, that how they are going to use the product. So this is also a part of corporate social responsibility, where the company should have to give instructions to the labeling part, where they can give instructions to the labeling unit that they have to mention these things while making contact with the research and development department, that how the customers are going to use the product, so that the customers will feel themselves safe and secure. Okay, now the other corporate social responsibility is related to the markets and marketing. Okay. It has been discussed that the product should not be sold in some markets, that the products, that if the product are being available, then it is the responsibility of the company that they have to circulate, they have to distribute the product at each and every corners of the market. They don't have to do that at such place the products are available and such community the products are not available. Okay, most of the time it has been seen, due to scarcity of the products would be available only at those places where the company is going to generate more profits. Okay, or for different reasons, at some places or communities the product would be available, and at the other places or communities or localities the products would not be available. So this should be make sure by the company that the products would be spread at equal proportion at each and every markets. Okay, that is what, and advertising standards, that is a very important aspect of corporate social responsibility, that looking upon the advertising standards. Advertising standard is what, that according to the advertising standards, most of the ethical aspects would be looked upon while advertising the products. Okay, for example, most of the toiletries items, like say as we have seen in most of the products, say like talc, powders which we use in our body, such type of means we have seen the advertisements earlier, or today also we see such type of advertisements, that if a kind of perfume is being used, or a talc powder is being used by a male member, then we can, and if they move in the market, then we can say that most of the girls are running back to that boy. Okay, that just because of the fragrance of that particular talc. So these are what this, on the ethical grounds, this should not be shown, okay, in the advertisements, because these advertisements will be displayed in the TV, and if we look upon these advertisements in the TV, then in the home we are sitting with our childs, we are sitting with our parents, and at that time these kinds of advertisements would be shown, then we feel then a kind of uncomfortability would comes in the mind of the family, all the members, that they can't look upon, they can't view the TV while sitting with their family members. So these are what the ethical aspects, as well as most of the vulgar scenes would not be shown in the advertisements. In most of the advertisements we see that vulgar scenes would be shown. So these are what, this should not be displayed, this should not be shown by the company in the advertisement. As well as most of the insurance companies make advertisements in such a way that if you are not going to purchase, for example, various types of insurance companies make advertisements in such a way that in the advertisements it has been shown that an old man is in a very problematic condition. Nobody is there in their house who is going to look upon the old man, as well as on the other side the other old man is being shown, which is having a lots of hospital facilities or lots of facilities. All the members of their families, say son, daughters who are living with them, and this shows that this particular insurance company will look upon your life. They just look upon the security of your life. Your life is being secure, your family life is being secure, aapke budhape ka sahara. All those things are being shown by most of the insurance companies, which makes the customers feel in danger. The customers feel that if we are not going to purchase this kind of insurance, then policy, then our old age would be in threat. So these kinds of advertisements is not a part of corporate social responsibility. So it is the part of corporate social responsibility that the company should have to look upon, that these advertisements should not be displayed in the screens. Okay, as well as the suppliers. The next aspect of corporate social responsibility is towards the suppliers. The very in the suppliers point of view, the very first is what? Fair terms and trade. Exactly, we have to do a fair trade terms and trade with the suppliers. We have to look upon all those aspects which should be guided by the rules of the government, and on that all the fair trade practices would be included. Okay, as well as blacklisting suppliers. We also look upon those suppliers who are blacklisted in the market, and accordingly we don't have to make any kind of agreement or contract to those blacklisted suppliers. Okay, the other one is what? Employment. Exactly, positive discrimination in favor of minorities. Okay, who are minors or the minorities, we have to look upon the positive. We have to do a positive discrimination, or we can say that a positive favor towards the minorities who are working towards who are looking for the employment in the companies. Okay, as well as maintaining jobs. We have to maintain the jobs also. That is what the employment, towards employment and generation of the jobs, so that the nation would get, so that the youths who are there in the nation, they can get the jobs and satisfy their livelihoods and feel a kind of a status quo in the society. Okay, the other one is the community activity. Most of the community activities, like sponsoring local events and supporting local good works. Okay, these community we talk about these community activity. Then under these community activities, opening of a hospital where all those people who are living nearby surroundings, they can just move to that hospital, and free of cost they can get their diagnosis, or they can get their medicines, and doctors are available there, beds are available there. Okay, in the hospital. So these are what? These are the kinds of hospitals which is a kind of community activity. As well as most of the corporate sector provide schools. They open schools, as well as they provide proper sanitation facilities. They provide proper drinking water facilities. They provide hand pumps. They provide various kinds of solar systems, solar lights, solar street lights are being provided. Like for example, they provide bus stands. Okay, the stands where the chairs are being allocated, those kinds of bus stands. All those things comes under the community activity. So in the community activity, these activities would be done. And at last, human rights. Okay, so the corporate responsibility is also responsible for human rights, respecting human rights in relation to child labor. Exactly, that we have to respect the child labor. We don't have to move for the child labors, that if any of the company who is laboring the child, that should be punishable, and that should be noticeable in the eyes of the government. Okay, towards the towards the workers and union rights, oppressive political regimes that both directly and in choice of market suppliers and partners. So these are what the human rights activities which is being done by the companies. So with this, these are the different aspects, internal aspect as well as the external aspects which comes under the part of corporate social responsibility. Okay students, these are what the corporate social responsibilities, which are a kind of legal obligation which has been done by the companies, on the basis of which they can provide these kinds of facilities to the internal as well as external stakeholders, to as well as the community stakeholders of their of the market. Okay students, thank you to all of you.